Earth is so spiritual. Yeah! Boom! Round, is it flat? One is asking, they want to know. But I know that it's our home. Yeah, that me know. True, man. Want to know. But I know that it's our home. Yeah. Speak the truth. So we can teach the truth to the youths. Yeah. But blue. But everywhere we go, we say flat the truth. So we can teach the truth to the youths, yeah. Marble blue. When we go, we say flat the truth. Make me I could drop up. About that. Spark the earth. And then me I could drop up. Me don't know about that. All I know, earth is mystical. Well, earth is so spiritual. Yeah. Yeah. So man. Oh, well, earth is so spiritual. Yeah. Frank's gonna be here soon. Just waiting for Frank. Who name it Earth? And be place for live if you not. Life is work. Who name it Earth? Bro, me know, yeah. The map means dirt. Who name it Earth? From this a flat plane, yeah. Until this a rain, yeah. It nicey. It nicey. Burn lives from the Almighty. Yeah. Winds and trees and birds and where does it? Oh, it plays here. True, man. Yeah. Pretty chat, pretty speech. It's all a bag of chat. Government. Yeah. Bag of chat. Taking over. Chat. Woo! That's all them do. Chat. A bag of chat. Bag of chat. Say. Down the country. Elizabeth. Ilani. Westmoreland. Mobay. If I don't. A bag of chat. A bag of chat. A bag of chat. That's all them I do. A bag of chat. Need. Yeah, less talking. More action. For the people. Starving. A bag of chat. A bag of chat. A bag of chat. What them I do? We have the people them out of them frustration. Ever government. Yeah. A bag of chat. So Frank should be here. Just gonna lower the volume a bit. Good chat. A bag of chat. So greatness. Today we're gonna review PT's book. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna review the rest of the book. I think there's maybe one or two Event Horizon, and then I think there's a praising, bowing, serving, the most natural sequence, and PT's world, and then we should be good. So maybe we finish this one today, and if we have time, we'll squeeze in. I went on PT's website, PT has a website, LotusOcean.net. Go there and you will find a lot more writings. So I found a lot of stuff. So if we have enough within the hour, we'll squeeze in pressure, pills, Babylon, Babylon, internet. Those are great topics to reason with. So I'm just waiting for Frank. He said he had issue with his internet, but he should be here very soon. So there's a lot of stuff on PT's website. I'm on it now. Oh yeah, look, in 2009, he has written like 200 something. The last ditch attempt at equality. Anyway, there's a lot more on his website if you want to more of his scriptures. Yeah, great stuff. Schism. Mirror, mirror on the screen. Only in the mirror of beauty does ugliness see itself reveal. Only in the mirror of truth does falsehood becomes aware of its existence. LotusOcean, the name for the perfect mirror. Only the fools, after seeing their self revealed for what it is in the divine mirror, get angry with the mirror and ascribe all those faults to the mirror. Yeah. Frankie is here. Great. I'm already live.
Yes, very nice.
Started to babble on.
Here we are.
Because I like his post, his blog, but
Oh, right. Yeah, the
Plug.
Mm-hmm.
I like his plug about the babble on.
That's right.
I saw it yesterday. I went on the website like you told me, and I selected a few. Like today, we're going to finish with the book.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe there's maybe 3. I think we were at Event Horizon. Is it possible?
Yeah, let me just flip back. Because we're doing. Hang on. Yes, Event Horizon. This is
Event Horizon. So there's maybe 3 left to do. Event Horizon, praising, bowing, serving, the most natural thing, and PT's well.
Yes.
So maybe I don't think we'll have enough within the hour to squeeze in pressure, pills, Babylon, and internet. Worst comes to worst, will be next Monday. And I might make a new title, because what we're gonna do for the follow-up of that series is we're gonna do it in French and English. I'll try the most possible to translate live, but sometimes it can be a bit slow for me to process the English writing, then translate. So maybe we'll just do the English part for this one. We might omit the French
right.
follow up of and I'll let you read everything, and I'll just put my input in it. So you will be the narrator, and I'll be your sidekick or something.
Yeah. Together.
Okay, so for now, we're gonna start with Event Horizon. I'll let you, as usual, after 84 episode, we know the drill.
That's right.
Don't know. There's some issues with our brain, so no. Definitely Event Horizon, and that's it. I'll do the French after.
All right. Event Horizon. PT LotusOcean is the real and only event horizon for whosoever anywhere comes across any of it. That is the point of no return. How anyone responds to this encounter is the only action which decides their future. Nothing else matters.
No. Event Horizon, événement à l'horizon. PT, Lotus Ocean. I say it in English. I think everyone can catch what I'm saying. PT, LotusOcean, est le vrai et le seul event horizon. Pour n'importe qui, peu importe où un être croise son chemin. C'est le point, P, NT at the end, de non-retour. Comment quelqu'un répond à cette rencontre est la seule action qui décide leur futur. Rien d'autre n'a d'importance. Nothing else matters. Once you come across PT and his teaching and his perspective, it can definitely move you out of your hells.
Oh yeah.
You're definitely going to leave the hells that you're in, because often we don't even realize how deeply in hell we are with our anti-life ways. So if someone comes and point at us, PT, point at us a great direction, a better direction for our being, for our well-being, well, we should listen. Like, that's what
Yeah.
I did. The reason why I came on YouTube is exactly because I want my well-being. I want to learn. I want
Yeah.
to experience something also. Like, this is an experience too, a great experience to, yeah. Anyway, it's going to bring all kinds of good feeling, definitely. But PT, definitely, if you come across PT, you should not discard the encounter as something just a random or something. No, 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 no. If PT
Right.
crosses your path, do not ignore it and go. That's what I did. Someone came to me and said, "Hey, should hang out with PT." I did not discard it. Something was telling me deep down inside that I had to go through with all this in order
Yeah.
to serve also. Like, you want to serve, like I'm here. I woke up every day with this. I wake up, not woke up. I wake up every day with a servant heart. That's
Yeah.
the goal. Like, what am I here for? Sit on my ass, watch TV, and drink Pepsi and eat popcorn? Like, really? Like, I'm done with this shit, bro. I'm done. It's time to serve. It's time to install a new program, which is called Praise, Bow, and Serve, PBS. No, that's the new program. If you get to that program, okay, and install it really, really deeply within yourself, you cannot fail. You cannot fail. It's the divine program. That's what you're here to do. So
Mm-hmm.
you cannot fail. Your life will be anything, like, your whole life will be based on divine arrangement, divine timing and stuff. So if you
Yeah.
discard this, you discard your life. Like, that's the essence of life, is to praise, to bow, and to serve, to higher and divine.
Definitely.
So now, what you want to do on your own time, it's on you. But I'm telling you, there's definitely something greater than distraction, definitely, in this
Yes.
world. But that's how they want to take you out, with distractions. So if you let it get to you, you will not gain traction on the
Mm-hmm.
road to iron divine. You will be very, very distracted and taken out. You're gonna be out. Like, one, strike two, strike three, you're out. That's about it. So if you let them strike you, they will take you out. Boom. So,
That's
Frank,
it.
Event Horizon, what can you tell us about this?
Yeah, this is a great P-log, because it really does kind of get down to the bit of it of like, so when you hear what to do, what's going to be your response, because like we've mentioned many times in the past, PT and what he has created with LotusOcean and all the things that he shared through his P-logs and his interviews and all that, is a summation of the Vedic, heritage, the Vedic antiquity, all of the things that come from all of those ancient teachings, whether it's from, the Mahabharata or the Puranas or the Ramayana, like all these ancient stories and ancient poems that really hold the answers of, what is life about? Where do we come from? What are we supposed to be doing? How do we take action in a meaningful and positive way for our consciousness, for our own selves, and for those who are around us? How do we live in a harmonious way with the earth, with the elements. How do we feed ourselves? I mean, all the details are there, you know, in the Vedic point of view. And so his whole thing is about bringing that into the light, bringing that to our awareness, bringing that to our consciousness. So when we hear, okay, there's a way you can do things that's going to improve your life, it's going to make you healthier, it's going to make you more aware, it's going to bring positivity into your life. What do you do when you come across something that is that because that's big, you know, that's no little
cool. Yeah.
that's no little, Cracker Jack box or anything like that, you know. That is something that should be taken seriously. And so, each one of us, I think, obviously, we all have places where we can improve. Places, none of us have reached the state of perfection or enlightenment. And so we really have to, but when we find somebody who is coming to us saying, look, there is a way, and it's very simple, small steps that you begin with first, because that's what PT is sharing with us here. And he is a being here on earth who has reached a very high levels. I mean, it's very obvious. And the more that you put your attention on and observe, what he's shared, what he's teaching, and you look at his overall timeline, you look at what he's done in the past, you look at what he's doing now, similar. It's basically he's been saying the same thing the whole time, and he's been his interaction and embedment with nature was the same back then as it is now. So I was kind of starting to brush on the bit of when we come across teachings of this magnitude, then we are going to find places in which, all right, I need to shapen up here. I need to correct myself here. I need to improve in this thing. And it can be a little daunting, when we realize our own incoherence, how far we have gone away, or how far we have to go to reach more balance, But the bit is, don't let that overwhelm us. I mean, just the fact of being a beginner it can be a little scary, but at the same time, we have to approach with a child's mentality. We have to approach with the child's eyes, with the child's willingness to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I can learn something. Maybe I can change, actually, and coming to, approach like something as big and as with the magnitude as the Vedic teachings, and also receiving those teachings from a being who really has a thorough grasp and can explain it to the masses as a whole. But what's really cool too about PT is he can really reach and touch each individual in terms of, how do we as individuals see the world. He can really like read into people when he has those one-on-one connections, and be able to share things in a way that they can actually, hear it and receive it. But this is the like PT says in this this P-log, how anyone responds to this is the only action which decides their future. Because if you hear it and you're like, okay, I want to take action on this. I want to start to clean up the way that I eat. I want to start to have more awareness of my posture. I want to go make some intentional connection with nature and with the elements. These are the things that are going to start building the foundation of being able to actually be able to be a container that can hold more. We want to be able to, if we want to learn, if we want to be more intelligent, then we're going to need to kind of be able to hold more information, hold more knowledge. And so as we're doing these practices, we're kind of like making ourselves a bigger vessel, a bigger container in which we can receive that knowledge, and then we can implement it, apply it to our bodies, and when we're doing that, that actually is also an action of service. You know, when we're learning and we're taking the actions to apply what we learned, that is also a service to our own well-being, our own evolution, and to divine, because that not only is good for us, but it's good for others as an example. And yeah, it's big, this invent horizon. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah. I took a lot of notes while you were talking, and intent and action, like you said, we're not aligned, and nobody here can pretend to have reached perfect coherence. We have a lot of work to do on ourselves, a lot of anti-life programming still running through your brain that you have to let go. But as soon as you have the intent to do better, to have a better outcome for your life, and then you match action to this, like, it's gonna, you will evolve, but you need the intent and the action. We all like grasp the idea of alignment. It's not so hard to imagine being aligned with iron divine. It's not something unnatural, it's
right.
something very natural. But we have gone so unnatural that this is unrecognizable. And often when we come across someone like PT, or someone that probably has a better embedded living with the earth than us, we often reject it. And we also often, you were talking about how people see themselves. I think you were saying something like that. And often people will look in the mirror and blame the mirror. Like PT, I read that in one of PT's plog, or something,
Yes.
the mirror verse. Or
Yeah,
so
yeah.
often people will look in the mirror, and then instead of making a change, of realizing what's in front of the mirror and try to get to know what's in front of the mirror, they will blame the mirror. Like,
Right.
complete. Anyway, so you have to, and you were talking also about magnitude.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
easy to feel the magnitude of his teaching. Just go check the Truman Show, for my part, or any other talks that PT do. Okay,
Hmm.
look at the comment section. He's
Right.
a real magnet. Okay,
Right.
he has this magnet power, and he attracts only good. Only good. I think in 10 years, maybe 8 or 7, doing something with PT, I think I've received never anything negative. Really negative, never. Maybe once or twice comments that were a little bit out of place, but that's it. So
Yeah.
what he attracts is good, because what he puts out is good. So,
Hmm.
it's like, I think it's a simple thing in our world.
Yeah,
You attract what you put out, definitely.
for sure.
So no, definitely PT is the real Chat GPT. Like, we're
That's
talking about Chat GPT all the time and this, but like I said the other day, I prefer to have a chat with the real Chat GPT. And it's weird because in our time, again, the AI tool that most people use, Chat GPT, AI, ancient intelligent, and the one that comes and teach us ancient Vedic knowledge is PT.
yeah. Hmm.
So this is not a coincidence. That's what I'm saying.
I know, isn't it fun?
It is not a coincidence that it's called Chat GPT.
Yeah.
There's something in this world. I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is scripted. Definitely, they follow a script and narrative, but we also script the reality altogether,
Yeah.
with
Right.
vibrations and thoughts and actions and stuff. So I don't think it's a random thing that it's called Chat GPT. I saw
Oh,
it right away. I'm like, shit, PT in there.
no.
So yeah, no, it's big. So anytime you come, and the more I listen to him, I've done a lot of talks on the Truman Show with him, but
Right.
also I listen sometimes to him speaking elsewhere.
Right.
It's always spot on with PT, and it's always simple. It's not
Mhm.
something that you cannot grasp, you cannot have a feeling for. Like we're
Right.
all sensitive. If you have a heart that beats and you have a brain and you're in the human form, you are sensitive to this kind of stuff. It's just you have desensitized yourself to everything that makes sense. So now
Mhm.
you're stuck in a sea of nonsense. And
Yeah.
to come back from that trip you're on, that nonsense trip you're on, you really need teacher or you need a tragedy. Maybe a tragedy can wake you up.
Right.
It
Right.
did for me. And many people wake up with tragedy, or unless you tragedy, tragedy. Remember the beat? That's a good song. I love it. Anyway, so yeah. So next, Frank, will be PBS, not PBS. I have it here. No? Hold on. I'll get
Yeah.
there.
Praising, bowing,
Yeah.
and serving.
Higher and divine, there's a little picture and
Oh,
praising,
yeah.
bowing, and serving the most natural sequence. The
Yes.
most natural thing you can do on this earth as a human, as an animal, as a, even the animals do it. The lion, when he sits in front of the sun and look at the sun, and like even the animals do it in a
Yeah.
different way, but
Hmm.
probably in a more aligned way also. Like
Right.
they
Yeah. Yeah.
probably, I've never been a giraffe or a dog or a lion, but pretty sure that they have feelings also, and they have intuition, and they have an
Right.
intelligence. They have that divine intelligence. Like dogs are not stupid. I love dogs. I love dogs so much. I will never be without a dog in my life. Never. Uh, anyway, so yeah, so go on, Frank, with before I babble too much.
Yes. Yes.
Starting to babbling. I like that Babylon, and it's really so spot on, man. Babylon, and I always seen it, Babylon as being baby land and stuff, but that's
Hmm.
what baby does too. They babble, they babble, all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
Babylon, Babylon. I love this.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so praising, bowing, serving. That's on you, Frank.
Yes. Praising, bowing, and serving, the most natural sequence. When one comes across a praiseworthy being, more higher and divine than oneself, it is natural to praise. Repetition of that praise naturally leads to bowing. Repetition of that bowing naturally leads to serving. And this sequence lifts one out of any hell into higher consciousness and higher realms. And like you
Praise,
said,
yeah. Hold
I was
on.
just going to say there is this image here in which PT's made this, in which the roof says the three pillars of right behavior, and those three pillars: praise, bow, and serve, and that's all on the foundation of beingness, and that roof goes up towards higher and divine, and you can see the heavenly skies, the piece anyway. So, anyways,
Uh, Definitely, that's the Holy Trinity right there. The three
right.
pillars of right behavior: praise, bow, and serve. Definitely, beingness. Here they didn't translate it, but it's louange, bow. What is it? Bow, s'incliner, s'incliner peut-être, puis servir, servir. Donc, praising, bowing, and serving. Louer, s'incliner, servir. I had it here beside me. So, louer, s'incliner et servir en français. La séquence la plus naturelle. Quand un être croise un être qui vaut des louanges et plus évolué et divin que soi, il est naturel de louer. Répétition de cette louange mène naturellement à s'incliner. Répétition de cette inclination mène naturellement au service. Et cette séquence mène à un être hors de tout enfer vers une conscience plus élevée et des plans plus élevés. Oh my. That's so simple also, and it's so embedded into us, the praising, bowing, and serving, but we have gone so unnatural, so fucked up inside, bro.
Right.
Fucked up, deeply fucked up, man. That we
Oh.
can't even do the most natural thing we got to do here on earth. And if you want good things to happen to you in life to be in your favor, maybe you should be in favor of life. Like this is
Mhm.
being pro life. You either against life or for life, good or
Right.
bad, anti life or for life, pro life. So this
Yeah.
stuff is pro life, pro everything. So
Yeah.
this will lead you directly out of hell, boredom, torture, all the internal pain you can feel with your misalignment that you're trying to cover with distraction, alcohol, drugs, and all the nonsense you can indulge with, all the temptation you cannot resist to. That's it. This will help you resist temptation too. That's the good thing because that's what we're being tempted permanently in this world into stuff that we shouldn't engage, like substances. A lot of people, like, I get it. Humans like to get deeply fucked up. I get it. I'm a human too. I know what it is, but that's not the essence of life. The essence of life is to feel our life on a deep, deep level. And
Hmm.
definitely when you get fucked up all day long on substances, on TV, on because not only substances will fuck you up. It's the stuff you look, the stuff you read, everything that you consume. Consuming, as the word
Yep.
con is there for a reason. So
Hmm.
also maybe we should have a better look at the words we use, definitely, in
Yeah.
order to realize what has to be done. Here come louange. Louange, you should praise. Why won't you praise a creator or a force? Or I don't know
Right.
what's at the top, who's managing the earth, who's God, who's this, who's that, like,
Right.
but I know I have a role in here. Like everyone
Hmm.
has their role to play. We might be in a big game, big matrix or
Right.
something, but you're definitely here to play a role, and your role is to bring positivity first onto this earth by
Mhm.
praising, bowing, and serving higher and divine. Now, how do you do it? I see all kinds of people online serving also. Like when you take little snippet of the Truman Show, because now I find them pretty much all over. People take snippet of the Truman Show and make something with it, post it. This
Oh
is
yeah.
serving.
Oh yeah.
This,
That's great,
I
right?
might not be into this, me catching snippet of my. Other people do it. Do it. That's serving. Like
Yeah.
any, and you don't have to be the one talking on YouTube like me to serve. You can do it
Right.
in the background, doing something little for someone else is
Right.
serving Iron Divine. Doing something to boost PT is serving Iron Divine. And that's what I always told myself. If I come here, that's praising, bowing, and serving. Definitely. I
Mhm.
want this world to kind of be better. I don't know if it can change. Probably it can change, yes, but we can definitely do better. Okay. I'm not
Mhm.
saying I'm here to clear all evils, anti-life stuff on earth. That's each and every one of us our responsibility to let go of that evil state. If
Right.
you want to, that's why the word blessed comes, that's where the word blessed comes into play. Because you
Mhm.
should receive blessing, but you don't want to be less evil. So you're not receiving blessings. Be less evil. You have all kinds of. When you look in the mirror and you are honest and you don't block the honesty or the harsh truth about your being, you will make a change because you do not. Who wants them own self to suffer deliberately
No.
on with this divine experience that we have on earth? You don't want to suffer more than necessary. We're
Right.
already suffering big time. What, you want to add more sufferation? Like,
Mhm.
kick over sufferation. Yeah, like Swishy. She did. I get that because Swishy did a song. It's kick over sufferation. And
Oh, yeah.
we can do this by praising, bowing, and serving. Everything will come to you if you praise, bow, and serve. Just worry about that. Do not
Hmm.
worry about the outcome, about what's going to happen if you do it, about this. Just do it. But the fear sometimes is holding people back. They think they're not good enough. They don't have what it takes. You know what? I don't even know what I'm freaking doing here, but I do something. You think I know what I'm doing here? No, nobody know really what they're doing here. This is the truth. So just do it. I
Yeah.
always told myself, I said, I don't know. I'm going on YouTube to babble, but at least I will try. My dream definitely is to wake up the world, but that's a big dream, big dream.
Yeah.
I decided to wake up myself. I
Uh-huh.
decided to stop trying to wake up the world and wake myself up to a state where I can aspire to inspire before I freaking expire.
Expert.
One day, you know what? We will all freaking die. We will all freaking die. We will leave this realm. Now, where do you want
Yes.
to go after here? Where do you want to go after here?
Right.
Question. Can
Big
I
question.
gamble with God or the divine that there is something after, then thinking that there is no God and nothing happen after? Like so foolish. Like you think really that there is no God, like or divine or force behind all of us, all of creation? You're a fool.
Yeah.
You're a fool. If you think that, you're a fool. You got work to do. I'm sorry, but I'm not
Yeah.
a religious kind of guy. I'm not into religion. I don't go into, but it's clear when you look around that there is something that created everything.
Yes.
Now, where it is, what it is, this is a mystery. But answers can probably come with enough praising, bowing, and serving. Answers will come
Yes.
if you do
Definitely.
it diligently and you really focus on the task of serving. What, you think you're going to be left out? No, you will be taken care of. But you're
Yeah.
not taking care of yourself. So, how do you expect someone else or a force to take care of you?
Hmm.
That's why we put the emphasis on taking care of yourself, your well being. This is the most important proof to God that you want to be part of the game. You're taking care of yourself, of your body, the gift that you've been, the gift of life. You cherish the gift of life.
Hmm.
When you're at a point where you can't even look in the mirror and love what you see, there's change needs to be done. And those change starts with praising, bowing, and serving. You don't know what to do to bring your life to another level? PBS.
Yeah.
PBS. Just this in mind, and the rest will come. You will, first of all, you will not be given something you can't handle. I know I can handle this here, live and direct. No problem. I do this with my eyes closed. I know I can handle it.
Right.
So, but most people would freeze doing that kind of stuff. Will not. But I know the inspiration will come because I have great intent. My intent is pure. Now, are my actions all pure? Sometimes I take action that I know I should change. Like I indulge in fucking chips eating and shit, and I should not eat that kind of stuff. And the worst that they come and get us is with food. Those freaking chips, man, have to go, and all the stuff that doesn't support a long living life. Like that's
Yeah.
why we accumulate so much in our head and in our bodies through the toxin
Yeah.
stays in the body. So
I love
clear.
this. There's a quote that I heard from PT recently, and he said, "Anyone drinking Pepsi is not thinking about their old age." And it's so true. You know.
Clearly, first of all, the freaking bubbling stuff in there that you drink is no good for your stomach acid. There's all kinds of stuff no good about those drinks.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
certainly do not think of your future if you indulge constantly in stuff like Pepsi or Coke, whatever soft drink. Like it's You go into the supermarket here in Canada, it's an horror movie. It's an horror show. It is
Yeah.
completely, that's why people do their grocery, because it's freaking gross, the junk in there.
Yeah.
But as a society, we think it's okay. It's okay, you know? So I'm not saying it will go away from one day to another, all the junk food and stuff. Like PT said, you
Right. Right.
cannot force them. You cannot force them into good manners and good habits and good life.
Right.
And so you have to go into this yourself, definitely. But
Mhm.
praising, bowing, and serving will lead you also to maybe access higher realm. Higher realm in this life, là, here, là, here, là, you will be in a higher realm here on earth, là, in
Right.
your head. Okay, you won't be so much into material stuff. And I'm starting a rant, or I'm ending a rant. Anyway, go ahead, Frank. Tell me more about, from your perspective, how this for you, first of all, help you greatly to align. Alignment. It's your touch. Your touch should be aligned with iron divine. You know, that's the alignment often we're talking about is your thoughts, your thinking should be aligned. Then
Mhm.
body will follow. Just think good thoughts and good praise and stuff, and
Right.
the body and the action will follow by itself. So, Frank, yeah, go ahead before I go on again.
Yeah, this praising, bowing, and serving, the most natural sequence. I mean, we can see, it is, there's a reason why this P-log is so far toward the back. Because actually, as sensible and as natural as it is, it's actually a really advanced practice. If people take it seriously and they actually do it out of their own accord for real, that is a very advanced thing. And P, before he really gets to this, he always is emphasizing, and throughout this book, he has explained things, teaching people, okay, how do you take care of your body? What are the basics behind eating the right kind of food? You know, material science. What kind of things should you have on your body? How should you have your home and your living space in terms of, you know, wanting to have natural materials? So taking care of the body is a very important first step, right? Because that's taking care of our well-being. And and PT has mentioned in the past too, if you can't take care of your body, there's no way you can take care of your spiritual life either. It starts with the physical, you know, and what he talks about too is that the reason that we've been given this body and the way that this realm works is this body is very slow. The body is slower than the mind. So use the body correctly first, and then the mental starts to come into order, and then the spiritual comes into order. And it's all in a sequence, you know. The body is very easy to control. The mind is very quick. Like you, as soon as you think you got it, then it's gone, you know. And so you control the body first, work on, you know, connecting with nature, work on grounding yourself, start centering yourself, doing these practices, speaking the right things, using our speech to, you know, say affirmations of we want our well-being, we want to align with the divine force, we want to align with the laws that divine has put in place since the beginning of time, which exists now and will forever. And um, and then as we, you know, work on becoming established and applying these teachings to our body, then this bigger sequence, it just makes complete sense. It just makes all the sense, you know, of this praising, bowing, and serving. Because actually, you know, when we really get in touch with that sincere part of ourselves, with our heart and how we are connected to divine, I mean, what else could we want to be of service? You know, we've been given this beautiful experience of life. And yes, there are things here on earth which are challenging, difficult, and not easy to experience. But at the same time, we have been put here so that we can refine ourselves. This is a realm in which we can learn. We've been given these bodies because the way that they are slower, they are more inert. The physical is more dense, and so we learn how to work with these bodies. We learn how to take the proper physical action. And like you were saying something earlier that sparked my just thinking about. There's a Sanskrit term called samskar, and so that's basically after we take a certain amount of actions, we kind of start making we start forming habits. You know what I mean? And so if we are in the habit of doing things that either we've learned from other people, we've learned it from our family, we've learned it from society, people in school, or our friend group, we've taken on all different types of actions and behaviors that are not supporting our well-being. And the more that we do those actions again and again and again, the more that we just kind of automatically, it's like how water finds the lowest level, and it just, wherever the water is going, boom, it's going to find that little crevice and it's going to follow that path. So what we have to do as beings is we have to start forging a new actions that are going to be like, no, we want the energy of our life force that is kind of analogous to that water finding the riverbed. We want to forge a new life path that's going to take our life force and have it go down that path. And that's going to be a path of, well-being. That's going to be a path of wanting to be of service. That's going to be something in which we're wanting to reduce and eliminate any type of unnecessary destructive tendencies, unnecessary violence, and setting proper boundaries, and these boundaries, which are the riverbeds, on either side of our life path, those boundaries are going to be ones that are going to be supportive of, taking care of ourselves, eating things that are going to be natural, eating things that are going to be good for the body, and, having this consciousness and being conscientious about wanting to respect the earth, wanting to, like PT had mentioned in the talk with you, wanting to actually live a life in which we can work on embedding ourselves, and that's a process that comes, from, having a recognition that we are somewhere, and wanting to express that respect and that gratitude, changing that internal attitude, and following this larger thing, which like PT says in the end of this sequence of praising, bowing, and serving, actually it can change your life. It can lift you out of any bad situation and into a better situation, into higher consciousness. So you'll actually have a perspective that sees things appropriately, and you won't have this twisted and skewed perspective that there's so many, that we are just a fluke, or like it doesn't matter, or whatever. No, actually it does. Our actions are very important, and they matter. That's it goes in line with the P-log earlier. Paramount actions are paramount. That is what we have in control. That's what we are in control of, our own actions. So we don't want to do any unconscious behaviors. We don't want to run on autopilot that is going to be a kamikaze self-destruct program. We want we want to operate through a program that is going to help us to rise, and that is going to help us to awaken and rejoice and vibe up, divine up our energy, and so yeah, first this like PT says here, when we come across praiseworthy being more higher and divine. So just in terms of relating it to, whenever one had seen PT, like I heard him talking, and he had this energy, this intelligence, this charisma, and I could tell there was something different about him, and then looking at his works that he's done in the past, his writings that he's done on, the Vedic life, and not only like astrology, he's done music, he's done writings just on so many different things. And when we see that, and like PT talks about too, when we see other people doing that in other genres, it's not hard for us to say, oh, I liked this music or I liked that. And so the praise is very simple, and it just starts out with observing things with your perception that you find nice, you find pleasing, you find, oh, I learned something from that, or that's a really cool take on something that maybe I never thought about it this way. So you start out with something simple like that. And another cool thing that I heard PT say in the past too is, well, what do you do if you're in a circumstance, a situation where there's not a guru around, or there's not, you know, observably like a higher being? PT said, well, there's always nature. There's always the elements, because from the Vedic point of view, creation happened, and it was on the basis of these five elements: the ether, air, fire, water, and earth, that existence is possible. And so we can always put our attention to nature and speak our gratitude for the breath of life, speak our gratitude to the air, you know, or to the water, to the fire, to all these elements.
The birds, the bees, everything.
Exactly. So that's you know, that's a cool part too. And when we feel this gratitude, it makes us want to bow, in the sense of, I want to give my will to something that is higher. You know, I want to be a channel for that, you know, heaven on earth. Let's make it happen, you know, as to whatever level is possible here. Let's vibe it up. You know, I'm about it. And that is, you, in time, when we take actions to do that, that is being of service. So
Definitely. And if you, I took a few notes now while you were speaking. I always do that because if not, I forget. So if you want your well being, definitely you will do more PBS, praise, bow, and serve. And that will bring you into nature more. Also, you will find yourself into nature more, looking at the sunset, the sunrise, whatever it's set or rise, and I think it's just moving. I don't know.
right.
I use words, I babble words that I have no clue about, like protein. I don't know what the heck is protein. Everyone talks about protein and this and that. I don't know. But anyway, sunrise, sunset. So you will find yourself more in nature. And like you said, it's the basis is to find yourself in nature and have that reverence attitude, that
Mhm.
attitude of gratitude, like PT was explaining.
Yes.
And if you have no guru to teach you or anyone to bring you along on their ride, well, you have nature to bring you along. So, and just that is very powerful to wake someone up. Like if
Hmm.
you are focusing every day on getting up early and going to watch the sunrise, and at night going to it, just this will bring you to a more aligned state. But who does this today? Who takes time to watch the sunset? I do personally. I do. I go every summer. Winter is a bit more harsh. There's more clouds and stuff in the winter. But
Right.
in the summer, there's a lot of sun here. It was a very sunny summer, so I was always out watching the sun, and
Yes.
just that, and also the feeling. How many people are anxious, have anxiety, sleep disorder, take pills to sleep, take pills for anxiety? Here, it's rampant. The pills for sleeping pills and anxiety pills. It must be the most prescribed medicine in Babylon. So the praising, bowing, and serving will probably clear all this also. Clear all this ease. You're not at, obviously, if you're not sleeping at night, you're not at ease. So you should sleep at night. The night is to sleep.
Right.
So stay up during the night. I get it. They work night shift, whatever. But uh, intentionally, the night is to sleep. All animals, pretty much, a lot of animals sleep at night. So it's
Yeah.
not an unknown fact. And if you are anxious at any moment in your life, it's because you want to get to the next moment or you're in fear of what's going to happen into the next moment. But if you praise, bow, and serve diligently, you will be in the moment. So there's no anxiety. And you have that feeling, like I was explaining, that pronoia feeling. Not
Yeah.
paranoia, but
Right.
pronoia, that you know the force is working on your favor. The universe is arranging everything for you. But you have
Yes.
to serve. What you think you're gonna? There's nothing free. I was watching a little snippet of our talks with PT. He was talking about free energy. I brought that up to him, and he said, "There's nothing free. Nothing will be free until we all praise, bow, and serve to higher and divine. Until
Right.
we're all aligned, there is nothing free here." So
Hmm.
it's the. I think once you get to that state that your existence can be supported, but it's conditional. Like you have some work to do. You come here on Earth to have an experience, a great, great experience, but it's called living, and living is not fear. Living is life. It's not anti-life. Fear is anti-life. All
Mm.
those emotions that we attach ourselves to limit us from doing what we should be doing in the moment. PBS. Well, all this is taking us out and making us feel anxious, and then we can't sleep because worse. And not only that, the boredom is rampant on this world
Yeah.
because you don't know what to do, and we tell you
Mhm.
what is to be done. Praising, bowing, and serving. Oh, I'm joking. My saliva. Hold on, I'm joking here.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes it's rough. So yeah,
Right.
uh, that's it. So important to become uh, aligned, definitely aligned with praising, bowing, and serving. It's of utmost importance. If you want your life to be easier, to be not so much easier, but more supported, I think
Hmm.
me, that's how I see it. The next
Right.
one, we're going to finish with Le Monde de PT, PT's World, I think in English.
Yeah. Yes. PT's world. PT's world. People ask, what kind of world would it be if my precepts were followed? The answer is, it would be a world without pollution, disease, depression, and devolution. It would be a world which would be advanced in the real sense of the word from all perspectives, an ever evoluting paradise, which would be a model for the rest of the galaxy and the multiverse. And then he has a link to musical play, PT's World.
Yeah, just want to say greetings to Albanian for life. I had the feeling you were there. I was going to greet you before. Is Albanian for life there? There he is. He is, or I guess it's a he or she. Maybe you can tell me so I don't mistake. But yeah, greetings, greetings. So le monde de PT, le monde de PT, PT. Les gens demandent quel genre de monde cela serait-il si mes préceptes étaient suivis. Wow. That would be certainly a different world. La réponse est que cela serait un monde sans pollution, maladie, dépression et d'évolution. Cela serait un monde qui serait avancé dans le vrai sens du terme, de toutes les perspectives, un paradis évoluant pour toujours, qui serait un modèle pour le reste du multivers. Imagine if ever gratitude. Yeah. Imagine if everyone would wake up and start, really attaching importance to his teaching, and
Yeah.
because me, I think this book is certainly this can probably save your life if you're in boredom, if you're in pain, if you're misaligned. And the more you repeat that book, I must have read that book. I've done it on YouTube. I've done it on my other channel. I come every day talking about this, and because I really think this book is the basic for someone that is lost at sea. You have to start with this.
Oh, yeah.
Then you can probably go on and take some more action on your own, like do your own thing. Like I said, serving, do your own serving your own way.
Right.
Definitely your voice will certainly resonate in someone's ear. Mine will reach a certain amount of people. Like that's why it's important to serve. It's a big earth. There's a lot of people to reach. And most of us are misaligned. Well, you don't believe me? Check outside. Go take a trip at the grocery store and tell me we're aligned.
Right.
Tell me we're aligned collectively after taking a walk in a grocery store.
Yes.
Like, come on. This is obvious that we're all deeply fucked up, misaligned. If you can't see it, well, I can give you my eyes. It's so clear, so crystal clear, the misalignment. But even that, we're trying to cover it up, because, hey, we can't look at ourselves in the mirror and take a deep look and start making a change, which is what the world needs. But no, I'm living in my own little world, and my little world is fine. And I have my fridge that's packed up with nonsense, and the whole house packed up with nonsense. But that's okay. My little world is fine. Look, I'm not about my own little world. I'm about the world. And I want the world to change. If I change myself and I come and be the change, maybe one day I'll see that change reflect in the world. And look what PT is doing with his teaching. No? He's literally changing the script of Babylon with his positive input and divine input. So it's definitely a must. So Frank, yeah, tell us your perspective on PT's world, the monde de PT. But
Yes.
yeah, definitely anyone, it would be a much better world if everyone would focus on PT's teaching or any other similar teaching. Like there's other people also teaching great stuff. PT is one of them. I really love PT. He has a great vibe. Me, PT all the way, definitely. But
Yeah.
there might be other beings also teaching similar evolution or in their own way. If that matches your vibe, go for it. Me, PT matches the vibe definitely. So I go
Yeah.
for
Yeah. I
PT.
mean,
Tell
like
me.
PT has said, the bit of, you know, is that, each one of us has to have somewhere that we learn from, and so each one of us has to have, anyone we can choose as our teacher. And, you and I, we've found that PT, and he really has changed both of our lives in
Oh, yeah.
dramatic, wonderful ways. And so, but yeah, as far as this P-log goes, what kind of world would it be if PET's precepts were followed? I love, there was a song that,
First, Frank, I think we can ask ourselves the question, what would be my world if I follow his teaching?
yeah, exactly, right.
Like, I don't know what the world necessarily can, but I know your own world will change definitely.
Exactly.
For
And it
better.
would, I mean, so many different things would change for the positive. And I love a point that PT had made in a interview that I saw with him, in which someone was asking him about, the youth of today. They really, and of different times also, they want to have a revolution. They want to kind of take on the system and challenge, why why aren't they, doing things, why are they doing things that are, not supporting the people and harmful to the people? And PT replied, this is the thing, if people were doing what they were supposed to be doing, focusing on evolving themselves and focusing on taking care of their well-being, then that takes a lot of energy and effort. So if there's two beings, there's a being here, they're focusing on their well-being, they're focusing on taking care of their body, and there's another being here, they're focusing on their well-being, taking care of their body, connecting with nature, doing what you need to do, then there's no problem between these two beings. And he said there can be any number of beings. As long as they're focusing on doing what they need to do, there's no conflict, there's no quarrels. But as soon as you stop doing that, you start putting attention on yourself or on other beings in negative ways, then obviously problems are going to arise. But getting to this point of, PT's world, he has a tune that was just coming to mind, and a lyric, And he says, eternal pleasure, PT's world, PT's world. And really, that is what we find the more that we work on connecting with nature, doing the basics in the body, working on our praises and expressing that attitude of gratitude. It's really enjoyable. It's really fun. Actually, it's fun, and it's getting us in touch with divine. It's getting us in touch with our own, heart center consciousness in terms of like just taking care of ourselves, which, that it takes work and it takes effort, but actually so rewarding. It really, it's so pleasurable.
And we don't realize also, but it is our responsibility.
Yes, definitely.
And once you start taking full responsibility, you're busy. Now you're busy doing great stuff. Now, hold on. There's a.
Yeah, I'll just share what I had shared with some.
Once you take full responsibility for your life, you will not wonder at any minute of the day what you're gonna do with your life.
Yes.
That's definitely you're gonna be on track, no distraction. So definitely,
Right.
yeah, it's a great. It's been a great review. Anyway, the whole book. I think we have reached the end here.
Yeah, I just want to express my gratitude to PT for allowing us to do this review of the piece giTa. I mean, so grateful and grateful to you, Yannick, that you invited me to come do this. I mean, this is literally this is a big feat. I feel like amazing thing to have gone through all of this, all of these wonderful writings in PT's book, and being able to do it on a public platform is just really. I'm so happy to have been able to done this. And it's one of my favorite things to put attention on, positive, natural lifestyle, natural living. I mean, everything here is so solution oriented, really. And it's really easy to see all the problems, but sometimes it's harder to actually figure out what is the solution to those problems. And PT really has it, he has it really well understood and well explained, and so that the next
And
step
again, he doesn't go too deep very often. He stays on surface because that's what you need. We don't need to be deep down inside the whole thing, like surface, basic, and the rest you can figure it out. Like you're a human, you have a head and a brain and that divine intelligence. So, like
Yes.
you said, I don't need to come here and instruct you on what to do in your field of work. And if you align with Iron Divine, you will know what to do. You will
Yeah.
bring natural stuff to the world.
Doors
And,
will open, opportunities will arise, in which things that are more aligned, because we're all a work in progress,
oh yeah.
and so our life now, if we continue working on our evolution, is going to be different, down the road, and it's going to be more aligned, and those opportunities will come. And so we just have to, be tried and true, stick to it, and keep doing the work.
Yeah.
And like the thing you had said with responsibility, and I had shared with some students earlier this week, a simple verse we can all repeat: my evolution is my responsibility, no one else's. And so it's up to us to do the work,
So do you want to evolve? You want to evolve? Start taking responsibility and stop, especially for your food. Start taking responsibility for feeding your body. Okay? Because they're gonna feed you scrap. It's an abundance of scrap out there. We have talked about it, me and PT. I thought there was an abundance until the day he shows up and says, "Yeah, there's an abundance of scrap." And then I realize yeah.
Yes.
True. So yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna retract what I said at the beginning. For the next talk we're gonna have, I'm gonna still do the French, but I'm gonna translate ahead of time. I'm not gonna do it live.
Yeah, sounds good.
here, and I'll translate them on a piece of, and I'll read the French still because I think it's very valuable. There's a lot of people speaking French in the world,
Yeah,
much as English probably. I think if you speak English, French, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese, I think you can go pretty much anywhere in the world.
right.
So yeah, add Chinese to it if you want. You can go in China. That looks like a great place, China. Anyway, it's a beautiful earth everywhere. So, Frank, we have done the review. That's it. We're done. So, next talk we do together, we'll go onto the P-log, onto his website. I'm going to extract some of his P-log. Might not do the very long one. There's some that are super long, but I'm going to try to, so it's presentable here too.
Yes,
People
yes.
can go on the site and read the long ones, but
Yeah.
we're doing something on YouTube, so we don't want to be reading for 20 minutes
Right.
and then so it's got to be like show workable. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So
great.
logged up, everyone. Albanian for life. Millions of you watching across the earth. It's a pleasure. Always.
That's right.
There won't be a million, but I wish that there.
Maybe one day.
One day. Who knows? But I'm just focusing on doing the work, doing jaw works. And,
That's right.
That's it. So gratitude, always. Albanian for life, definitely. Gratitude is a must, man. It's a must. Like, forget about all the rest. Be grateful for life, for everything in your life, and see how your life start to change once you start expressing that gratitude, like he's doing. That's gratitude right there. So I want to see more of that in the world, more great attitude of gratitude, and it's going to be great, definitely. So we're out. Boom. See ya. Much love, blessed love, every time, everyone. It's all. See ya.
See you on the next one.